following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. You think about a golden dream, a golden surprise. In the castle, some lay the dreams to rest, and sometimes a deep sleep resurrects the dream today. Let's start it off with one of the most accomplished players in the league. We're talking about three-time medalist, a gold, a double silver, and 24K Magic. Gold knows what it's like to be a championship-level player. Let's not forget that legendary run as a rookie in T3 back in 2023. It's been a while since Gold won the tournament, but Gold sure knows how to get there if the opportunity presents. And why did I mention that 2023 run with Gold? Because Gold's playing a rookie, and Mr. João. This guy is one of the most interesting characters in the league. He'll say whatever, he'll talk about whatever, but can he back up the talk and make it a fairy tale start in the Storybook 64? His dream starts today for a rookie, and for Gold, he's looking to crush that dream of Mr. João A. Smith. Had to do it there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the classic, the final stream of the day. That's right, final stream for a while between Gold and João. I want to thank everybody for staying tuned. We didn't have a pregame show, but we'll get to a little bit about the postgame, about the schedule today. I want to say thanks to everybody this morning for waking up with us at 8 a.m. It's going to be a long day ahead of us, but let's first go into that bracket, and that bracket has us in the follow. We have the 4 seed versus the 13 seed, Gold versus João, excuse me. Should be a banger. This is the last game on the 4-13 line. Yepes Lamas taking care of business on Friday and Saturday, along with Caesar yesterday. So will the 4 line go 4-0 and make it to sweep? We'll find out indeed coming up. Of course, this game happening now. We have some other games as well. We got the old 5-12, which happened on Friday. That was an absolute masterclass by Cap. Took care of business one day before his 24th birthday. Happy birthday, Cap. Hope he's enjoying some nice celebrations out there in Latvia this fine evening over there. And that's pretty much it with that. We also got the one line, and what a story. The man of the hour. This is his region yesterday. Mr. Dream, Mr. Krabs, Hasim Acosta taking care of business against Jesse Turner. Big win for him. and now he will wait the winner of Ghost and Eli. Could be a rematch either way, because him and Eli play. I'm pretty sure him and Ghost play. So that'll be something to keep in mind as we continue with the move on to the next round. We'll move over to the match preview, and of course, for Golden João, it's the legend versus rookie. Of course, João, great job last year getting to that T2, just losing out to J Money in that finale over there in Archery April. Didn't get the bullseye, but now we get a bullseye against Gold. Gold, obviously, a rough start to begin the year last year, 0-2, and then rallied with a 9-5 to the Super League, of course, in the BKK. Gonna be a good one, and we'll go to the scene. Gonna be just myself in short because Tapir is no longer here for now, or he may come in a little late. Maybe he had a church thing, but regardless, wish him the best. Short, this is an interesting game. You talk about the legendary aspect of it, right. There's only 3 active people in the league with 3 medals or more, and that's myself and, of course, Brad, who lost yesterday. So there's a big trophy hunting out there for João. He's gonna try to slay the master in Gold. What does João got to do to rattle Gold's cage, and how does Gold stay composed? Because Gold is a boomer bust player in these early rounds, as we've seen in Tournament 1 and 2 in past years.
Yeah, slay the legend, even not even a master. Gold making the return to the legends class after. I mean, it's so interesting because Gold 2 years ago, it was just like we were talking so many times about like what a fall from grace VeriGold had, and then what a rise from the ashes they had last year to two bipolar type seasons, getting that silver in T4 last year, and now here they are looking to try and compete here with the Legends class. A bunch of big names in that space, but João's going to be no easy opponent. Obviously, won a tournament last season at about this line. Was it the 14 line? That finale against J Money, it was 14 seed versus 14 seed. That's how crazy that tournament was on its own, but he can find a way to break through on that lower line. You never know what could happen, but ultimately we can all think back to that moment at the reveal show. VeriGold's reveal, João says, I picked Gold over whoever, and then João's reveal. I'm like, oh, well. So, you gotta put that behind him as well. But, I don't know. Is that a bad omen for him? We'll find out.
Well, last time we had some of those people looking up to a certain player, probably have to go back to maybe I don't know, maybe Mac myself. But then again, that's a little bit different type of a relationship. That's more of an OG gangster type relationship with that. But regardless, we'll get to compatriots playing in the game. We'll start it off with the home team. Obviously, Gold, good to be back. You've been in these round 1 situations so many times in your career. You've been here for so long now, entering year 4, right? New year, new vision, new canvas, trying to get to the old 305 down in Miami with Super League. What's your thoughts on playing João, who looks up to you? And number 2, how do you stay composed, not letting that almost idolization get in your head? Go ahead.
Um, I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't even realized I had been like idolized. I knew I know I have been respected, but I had not thought I'd reached idolization. I'm not gonna just like focus on that. I'm not gonna take advantage of that. I'm just gonna respect him as a player, and when it comes to facing him, well, just because he idolizes me doesn't mean I should treat him any different, other than the fact that he might know my moves better than most. That is something to keep an eye on.
Yep. Got the old business face on, keeping it tight lip, tight chest as always. That's the usual. As well, obviously, buddy. First appearance in D1. You're playing Gold. You know what you gotta do here. Is he going in and out? Or am I?
What?
You got us, well?
I see
I
him.
think he's having Discord problem. No, he's going in and out. You good, buddy? You guys see it too, right?
See what?
My internet is currently being spotty. There's a big storm coming through Portugal at the moment. It's been very bad. People have died. Very, very, very sad.
Oh man, I'm really sorry to hear, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, it can happen. It happens the way the jet stream flows. All those Atlantic coast storms go up to Portugal. They're usually the first ones to get England, all that. Yep.
Emery meteorologist KT.
Listen. I'm a man of many talents, jack of all trades, master of none, as they say, but master of all in some cases. Anyway, João, listen, man, rookie mode right here. You know what you gotta do when you're a rookie. You don't know what to expect. Just going in there blind a little bit. How have you mentally prepared? You've been watching all these matches, reffing games. Does that give you a little bit of advantage, knowing what to expect as you now enter as one of the more interesting players that we have in this league? We have to figure out your style, too, at the beginning from a commentary perspective. Thoughts on that?
I've been here since last year. I joined in the middle of the season in Division Two. It was actually a very similar situation to what happened with me when I came in, when immediately against one of my friends, Rune, and that went well for me. So I hope my style works out, and I have a lot of respect for Gold, and I just want to see what happens.
All right, buddy. Appreciate those words of wisdom, and we will see what happens today. Our ref is going to be none other than Cody Smart, who put it in. It's the best of 7. You know the winning lottery numbers. It's 2-2-2-1, the usual best of 7. And of course, we will have the famous call, the most famous words of Bruno, going to VeriGold. VeriGold, I've done so many of your games. The usual. It's been a long time, though, since I've done a round 1 stream back. I think it might have been it's been a long time since I've done a round 1 stream for you for a minute. So let's get to it. You know the most famous words, Nuno. How many cards we going for game 1? Let's lock it in. What we got?
14.
Going up or 2. We saw in that other stream game we had Abian wanted to give us, I guess, a shot of espresso with the full send. Here's the double OG. Cody Smart puts it in. We're underway with the Yoshi Reverse, who won against Pikachu in the Potendo battle. Good old Friday at 1. And then you got to say short. You got to say right now when you come with the reverse start, you start coming in with the action card start, as Gold does the classic def and doesn't want to hear this crap. You look at the way people have played it. We've seen double plays, we've seen triple plays, we've seen people roll into it with just one card, a lot of numbers. We're going to the Acosta Dream 9 in the Dream region, only fitting. Thoughts on how you got to roll with it when it comes to the action card starts? You're once a player. Talk to me about that action card start versus a regular number start.
Well, it's all about like what is advantageous to you. Like you might see it more on a low tier start because we always talk about how on a low tier start with you never know what hand is on the other side of the table that you might have to up the aggression level a little bit. But on a 14 like this, there's really no need to play that kind of game unless and not even unless it's like it'll give up the fact that you're down a color effectively, and at least give them the thought that they might be not able to play in yellow if they're willing to use ammo that early on a 14. So it's really easier just to go with the numbers. But I mean, that could also be a mental game in a way. Could throw them off. There's a lot to it, but I think you don't really. It's really unnecessary in these early stages. On a high tier, maybe on like a 5 card start, maybe you get that, but not on a 14.
Double Acosta to start the ditto right there. And when you got to look at this for this region specifically, we know what's on the line. If we do get the upset, second straight European on European crime could be something. As Gold rolls into that Brian 9, or do we get that match of Gold Cap? The 4-5 line. Let's keep in mind that's always a line of in peak interest because that usually those round 2 games are good. We got one coming up. Gonna be a really good one between Lane and Lavis, old friends, and there is some little friction between those two in the past. So that's always a good match when you have a little bit of that too. We'll go into the Aria 1 and we go to the fastest switch in the West into Ghost from 12. Talked about Pandora's box in that earlier game too. The Pandora's box. When will that open? Gold knows that term, familiar with it. You have to think when it comes to that term though. A lot of people know when you make those calculated switches, as there we go, into a blue one to the Peter to the Gang Jack, you got to be precise. In short, how many times when we were talking about this with Lamas, I believe on Friday, he talked about this in his game. That Tago style, that aggression, 50 to 50 switches per game per player, it's definitely interesting because it can sometimes work in your favor or sometimes can lead and enable to you to win. So we'll keep that in mind as the game rolls as we go into a JT5 with the Heartbreaker yesterday.
Yeah, Heartbreaker was probably it's still the match of the round at this point. Definitely the best one. Looking forward to seeing how he can do in T2. But obviously, I talked about the poetry. I'm a big believer in the poetry. I was a believer in Tapir last year with the 4s, but unfortunately couldn't pull that through. But this one with the Dream Acosta, with the Dream region, it just seems poetic. We'll see if any of these guys in this region, including these two, are gonna be up for the challenge if they come across him.
See how João does it right here. Might be a little bit of the spotty internet's what's taking a while. So he'll go for the classic singular play here. He goes into a +2. We go to the clay from the myth. He goes into Caesar. And he got skipping to Larry. He's going for the quintuple, and he will get it into Yepes. Gonna fire a lot of ammo.
Wow.
We've seen this movie before. Just ask James Ellison. His goal will flip it back to blue. See if he can test it. And there it is. Yeah, that's the classic. Pump and dump, run it a little bit. We've seen that before. Goal will respond. Yep, double play. Just chipping away now, slowly but surely. Obviously, João for him, it's about two things. It's about staying cool and composed, knowing when to switch. Don't go back and forth. Got to play clean. See what will be here for Mr. Smith here, as we call him, as the old nickname was given in the post game. He's going to get that 8 switch to me, hell, and you got to think short. When you make that strategy, as we're going to the drip 0, you got to be confident in having a break. At least João had about 8 cards in the lead. We talk about this. A lead can vanish in any game within 30 seconds. That's the beauty of it.
Especially if you're 2-color, which it appears that's where he's at right now.
24K Magic. We talk about it all the time. We'll see if João can stop that train, as we got the Sting 5 will be playing. Tuck me in tonight at 8 o'clock. The classic William Brock.
99.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yep.
He's got the switch. He's got the switch in a DJ, and that's interesting. That's a little bit interesting because João going to go a little bit more aggressive on the switch, and Gold, I think, is going more for that switching to play ISO. Something to keep in mind. I don't know, man. This is an interesting one from João. He seems to have a lot after that +2 combo, so I think he's trying to get to another progression read to go for a split ammo play if he has it, or else it's all numbers. Gold's going to buy time, and we'll see. Well, when I ask Gold to return, we'll see too. There's the red 2. And we'll see now after from the Sanford 6. We'll see if João has a chance to switch it again. He's been very proactive on the switches every couple turns, keeping it clean. Short. Once again, man, I can see this game like the back of my hand as we go in Northeast double step. But not so fast, says Gold. Gold in the toasty, into the fastest. And what I just say, isolation. Playing the ISO, that's what Gold does best. Play the ISO and get the draw. Textbook. That's just textbook right there. You can't draw it up any better. Now play a number game. That's simple.
Jeez.
Textbook trips 4. A little top deck for the stack 0. Not going to scare Gold because Gold's primed up. Yep, that's not going to scare Gold. If you want to switch it, go ahead. We can finally play the ISO game. Go back in a draw city.
Yeah, that's his card, Leah. That's his card.
We'll draw back now, and we'll see how both players will act in draw city. Gold got out of a pickle in a sense. Maybe João's running a little low. This pickle will give a little bit of a time to relax a little bit. Marinate those cards in Draw City and see if you can get another launch attack for both players. That's the beauty of Draw City, short. It's a calm before the storm, but sometimes it can be the outer bands of a storm if you get the right connections for the win.
Exactly. See how these alternative plans are going to be put into place now. A lot of go out through those 6 earlier. We'll see how the Draw City fares really.
I always talk about this with these players in D1, man. A to Z, run it back. They got the playbook A to Z and then some. That's the key when you're a rookie. You have to learn how to play that A to Z style and then run it back some more. There's a draw again, so we're still drawing in the draw. So who will break it? We talk about who's going to break it, who's going to shake it. Well, we'll see who breaks and shakes in a second.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Got the shake and bake.
Call me a take. As all right. So this is a chance for João to. Nope, he ain't gonna break into the Allen 9. So he's gonna play it clean. Just go back into the draw city, not rush anything. Got the PA too. Possession arrow helps. Keeping a draw. Still drawing here, short. Just looking at the CH, man.
It's
Not a
early
lot really
still.
going on in those. It's still early, but that +2 chain, you could definitely tell the read was there. It's all João had. He basically said, all right, I'm going to unload all the hammer stuff, the hammers, and see if I can get the nail in the coffin with number switches. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it did happen yesterday when JT and Acosta, that game 7, apparently. Watching that back, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, I told you it's crazy. It was crazy, man.
That was a good game. Still drawing, and now it's João up 4 possessions.
Choke,
Go ahead.
like some people were saying. It was not a choke.
Yeah, it's just clickbait on that. But regardless, we'll keep it
Honestly.
rolling here.
Yeah.
See what I think these both players just content to lay in the weeds low, not make anything silly.
They're
Get a
patient.
Tatagon number. There we go. Patience. That's going to help, though. That will close the gap with the Leah Red combo. It's down to 1 possession. There's the switch. Here's the break. Northeast duo. Mark and Evan. And now the question becomes, if you're gold, how do you try to run this green? Because the green was low earlier. Not much green on that +2. Still plenty of action cards in the Aria, as we are still zilch on wilds and fours. There's the Euro step. Into Geo and João, the old Euro step combo. Gold looking to fire back with a potential clean switch if needed. Maybe trying to play a little bit of keep away. Maybe not the undercut immediately, but play a little keep away on that green. Save it for later on a progression. Still overlooking that. Really taking time here short. This is part of the timeout process in these leagues. We talk about it all the time. You got to take that timeout when needed. And Gold going to take this one, observe the field, observe the horizon, just find out the sunset, and make it a sunrise in a second. While Gold pinpoints to that move, we talked about one thing today, short, as we wait for the schedule to come. We'll talk about this in post-game. A lot of people here, hold on a second. Gold has a move, right? We'll come back to that thought in a second. Here comes Gold, looking for the move. Looking at maybe a little bit of a Carmen's you-know-what back to João after that big early play. Let's find out. He's going to play cool. Let's roll the greens in the Chami. Tough loss for Mr. Young Boss there last night. Now, here comes João. Let's see if he's got something to either switch or, yep, he's going to draw. So, going to try to still search for that pot of gold with those wild and +4s potentially being at the back end of the deck. Gold has that knowledge. Let's see how Gold will attack. And sure, I was just going to say, a lot of people I noticed watching the post-game show are circling Toaster versus Mark being an interesting game. That could be interesting now because Toaster is a guy that plays such a unique crack like an egg style. And Mark sometimes has that, so it could be a stylistic matchup. We'll see how that one plays out from the fans' perspective as maybe a match of the day.
Yeah, that for some people is their favorite non-stream, but everybody was circling this one on stream for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On stream, this one got a lot of aspirations as we go into Ridley and the JT. Now the pace is picking. It's picking up fast and furious. Fast and furious now. Into the Bad Brad Blue Deuce. We talk about it all the time with the Bad Brad Blue Deuce. We saw Brad take the tough loss, but it's one of the more iconic cards in this league. We know what he can do, and he'll be a threat come T3. That's his playground. We go into the Cody Smart Andy combo. Go looking to find a little bit more in this blue, or potentially say, you know what, João, you may not have green, save a green, play ISO. Has a lot of options here. Short, again, with the wild and the +4s being zilch. That's when you got to say the crescendo moment could happen, especially in about a, 10-minute game now we've seen? It's interesting.
12 and a half now.
Yeah, 10-minute plus. This is a great field. I can't say there's no feeler anymore. This is a true feeler game in game 1. Now we'll see what it'll be from Gold. Gold has the potential also to win games on 8-baggers, 10-baggers. We talk about it. There's a reason why Gold, as we're going to draw here, was one of those players that can chain runs together, similar to Arya. Cracking like the whip. And, ooh, okay, there's the ISO. Just about to say, it could be the ISO that Gold was looking for, João. Not phased yet. Does he have another 4 in the back pocket? Perhaps to maybe a red to maybe isolate even further out. Maybe make a break. We'll find out. And that's the thing, Short. Gold is trying to play ISO. We saw this a little bit today with Abion, ironically, and Mihail. not looking a lot, maybe for the finish right away. Draw the game back, get this into 20 minutes. There's the crossover back, more isolation into a cap, and João says, you know what? Let's go to the KT Wild. Let's start playing this game clean.
There's some great cards played there. Some great fours. Lots of fours.
Oh, not so fast, says Gold. Triple play into the yellow 7. How about that? Clay, Caesar, Gerard, Pikachu. What a save on the... Well, that's just a classic vet move right there. On the sandwich +2s, that's classic. But that's what we talk about all the time, Short, right? These people such as Gold, they know how to fade these looks like camouflage in the woods.
That move is about like what Acosta did to lock up this game 7 yesterday.
Oh, go with the number. It comes prepared like a veteran with a backdoor yellow 7 number efficiency. Give me some poker right there, says Gold, with your 3 of a kind on the slot machine 7.
Yeah, knowing when that deck is getting thinner to play that kind of move, not for a win, is good. Really good awareness. That's exactly, like I said, that's exactly what Acosta did to Barry JT last night in Game 7. He was right there, close so many times, and he was close again. But then he had those +2 saved, and the deck is thinner. I mean, we haven't seen like. And granted, there were more +4s used in that situation, so there's still a chance that Gold could get burned by that, but still, like, that's a bunch of +2s off the board.
And that's, what is that called? Card History Awareness, CHA. It's the old CHA. You see the card history, you know when to burn them, and you said it last night with Acosta. Pretty much, that's exactly what Acosta did. He laid down the gauntlet on the +2s and said, if you can't beat them, join them. Let's see if we can get a switch. And he got the switch on. And that's the beautiful part of this game. Sometimes you think, oh, that's pumping up. No, at a certain point when the deck is thin, that's just called CHA. You know your card history and you're aware of the surroundings for sure.
Yeah, the difference, though, is the fact that +4s are still out, so it's very possible that João could come back with that. But I think he's also showing that he's not going to just throw +4s for the sake of it. Going to make sure that he's in the right position. Obviously, Gold down to 2. This might be the position that he does.
The only difference, too, is there's the, well, just as you say
there you go. See,
there's
I can do it too. I can do it too.
But the only difference was JTU, it's going back to the great play, yellow 5. The only difference was we saw both of those guys as power plays in Game 1. They wanted to go hockey style.
Yes, they wanted
I'm not
to
sure
toss
if we're
the
going to
gloves
see
to
that.
the ground, man.
Costa is one of those players too that if you see someone do it, I'm gonna do it too, and we're gonna go for knuckles right here at the crusty crab with his claws in it.
One better.
That's it. Yep. So that mirror on the wall. We'll see who the last one will be to fall. Here comes João. No, can he get it back on the yellow? That was bars, babe. Bars all day. That's how we do it.
Crap,
one day
man.
I'll spit. I will spit one day. I'll spit some bars one day. Relax, one day. But regardless, we'll go to the Monkey 3. We'll see Monkey a little bit later. Forgot to mention, by the way,
that's after you retire from the league. That's your next career.
I got 20 careers coming.
Oh, I know. It's
speaking. Eclectic times. Anyway, point is, we'll keep it rolling here. We'll go into the blue 3. And I forgot to mention, too, this is 100% on me. Gold will be celebrating a milestone, as we are now having a little Threetopia as we go from, well, maybe it's Skittles. We'll see. Hold on. Hold the phone. Will we get the Skittles? I don't know. Gold will be smart enough not to do it, but you never know. No. Good play. Good isolation. But back to what I was saying. Gold will be, okay, this is back where we started. That red, draw C. Gold will be celebrating a milestone. Number 200 coming in game number dos. Cannot wait to celebrate. Gold's 200 coming up. We'll see if it's a win. We'll see how this first game goes as well. Now, sure, I got to say, the calm before the storm was early. In this case, it's more of a, okay, we got all our ammo out of the way. There's the law. We're approaching 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now it's really just, you're testing the deck. At this rate, there could be a +4 lurking, for sure. Actually, really +4 is lurking. You're wondering who could pick up that last red +2 to make a break. You're wondering, is there some reverse skip meta to make a break? Something's going to give right here, and we're going to find out right now if either one of these players will decide to make that break shortly.
Yeah, it's all about having that confidence. It's all about finding that confidence because now it's only a 3-card deficit for João. About finding that confidence to make that run, building that hand to have the confidence to break through that failing match and run towards the finish line.
Well, no finish lines yet. We're still in Draw City. A long way back now from anywhere close to. Again, a lot of card history to be played, especially with the +4s and wilds lurking. Still got a rust too. Reverse skip meta, still plenty of time on that. Even though there's no more skips in blue, ironically. Everything else is still open. Really not. This is the games Gold like, though. Gold loves these type of games because at that rate, you don't have to worry so much about, especially with this spot as we go into the yellow 3, about panicking on the table. You can use the table and the card history to your advantage. That's why we changed from this bot to the old bot. It gives the player more tools, and let's face it, the way the cards are organized, shout out to Grim Reaper, good old MGR. Hope he's doing well, man, wherever he's out there in the world. He really created the bot and designed the bot for everybody. It's definitely more of an accessible bot compared to the old bot with the UX and UI. We'll go into the Camaro Deuce. We'll see Camaro and Andy as of now, the round finale. We'll see if there's any more shenanigans being pulled with the other two, or the other game that will likely have a ruling soon. And then again, there it is. Well, nothing on the yellow. So, a couple things there. I was about to say, is he juiced, or is there a case of trying to search for some top decks because he doesn't have enough? Gold just going to do the classic poker play, double it up on the yellow deuce, prevent any switches, and João still drawing it back.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot here. I feel like he had a shot there, but now the yellow now the gold's able to run on their own. It's gonna be tough.
And I only think a blue 1 would be the only thing that would save João here. Well, okay, we go to blue, just like that. All right. So going to use that +4. Maybe feeling that a split ammo run was potentially coming around 5 to 6 cards. We'll see. Since João says, all right, let's pull the rug. Let's see if Gold can respond, though. Gold has a response every time when it comes to this. Yep, there's the response. Into that G-dubs. G-Wild into Seth Cole. Let's see if João can respond. Should be able to in the Gen 0. Plenty on greens with numbers. Some numbers are out there. Of course, no +2s coming the way of this color. And did Gold get another +4 on a return? There's the G5. See what it would be from João. He's got a lot of chances. He's had a lot of chances with ammo. Gold's had a lot of chances. Just that. There we go. Little Clint play there into the good old G8 of Chomik. He's had a lot of chances, but sometimes you gotta know how to. Yes, Gold is a legend, but the old term is try to slay master the Dragon Slayer as we go into the Euro step combo. Oh boy. We'll see how Gold does now with this move. And you got to think, short with the numbers winding down, we have a lot more availability with the +4s and wilds. Still have 4 of them combined. Good. It gives you a little bit more of a way to make a deeper play. Because green, let's see here. There's not much really left on numbers other than the other green 9 and the 7. That's really all I'm looking at. Everything else is juiced. So we'll see what Gold wants to do with the reverse skip meta, of course. Still out there. Well, thanks here. There it is. Goes into the wild red and maybe a small heater. Let's see. Small heat check there. We're just using our wilds that will into Luke. And there's nothing from João. This is big for Gold. Did Gold time this perfectly. Gotta think, Store. At any point, Gold could just say, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya, and drop the run.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll probably try to switch it out here, right here, to prevent anything.
I'm just
you gotta be careful
to
switches.
see that it's taken this long to get to that point.
Well, and that's what we talk about. Sometimes you just drag the rookie out. We've seen it a lot. You gotta drag the rookie out and see how we go to a ditto background. and see where we go from there. Test basically every aspect of his game. Test the color switches, test the ammo control, test the efficiency, test the
Ooh.
calculations as we go back to blue, and that's a great...
Now João in control. Interesting.
He's going to play the ISO game. Gold's still up on the scoreboard. João in control a little bit with the switching. Got to pick the right number, though. And this is where the CH comes into play, because Gold can just flip this at any moment back to a red or something. And he can twist. Now, who has those last two remaining +4s will be a question. That's a great play. Play that poker. João still running this down. A lot of back and forth. But at a certain point, you also got to say with a lot of the back and forth, there comes a point where you can switch it back. And there's the red 7 switch back from Gold. And just like that, João comes to the party with the green 7. Now you got to think short. Someone's going to have the +4. It's going to be when to time it, because João's in the red zone. He's got the advantage. But Gold, if Gold has one as a split +4, it comes down to timing. So let's see. We're just going crazy with the numbers now. Into Nick, into Peter. João in the red zone more. Can he close it off right here with the trip bagger with the +4 that we may think he had? We might think he has to end it. Gentlemen, that's how we do it. I had a feeling. Someone
Just short of the board right there. Just short.
Yeah, just short. 13 seconds. I'm going to go to Gold. Gold, I got to think right there. That red wild. Yeah, you had all 4 +4s too. You got to win that game.
I doubt that he had them all from the start.
No. It was. Oh, you pushed that. Go ahead. Live reaction. Go ahead.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a good one.
Your thoughts on just that? All the 4 +4s and that red wild. Interested? Did you just red wild hoping to maybe have that last red +2 just got beat to the punch to extend the game? Because it seems like the inevitable would have happened at the end.
I had several decent runs set up. Back when I was at 2 cards, I could have done a power play instead of just playing the one, I could have power played to end it. Back with the red when João switched off of the... Where is this? Switched off of the red 8 to blue. I could have instead power played to end the game right there. I was just weighing it. I was figured, okay, I would rather have the power play in the later games. As much as it would be like a psychic blow, having the power play is such a useful tool for later games. But yeah, I almost had that win, and it took all 4 +4s to beat me.
João, obviously, all 4 +4s to beat Gold in that game 1. Talk me through the mindset and the composure, especially when Gold pulled that almost that table move, under the table move right there with that triple +2 and basically got you in a pickle. How did you stay composed through that triple +2 with the ammo saved from Gold and then work your way methodically down to the finish? Go ahead, buddy. Give me your live reaction.
This is a very tough match. Honestly, when Gold was about to win, as they said, I had the +4 like ready. I decided to wait a single turn just to see if like switching to red would work out. But I'm glad that what I did worked as well as it did. I had a lot, but I mean a lot of patience in this one, and it worked out for me.
Well, the patience definitely played into that. We'll get Gold ceremony after this game too. After this 200th game, we'll get that in a second. But we'll have the 200th call coming up, and then we'll celebrate Gold's accomplishments after this game. Gold 200 start coming up. We'll celebrate a little bit after because this was a long game for sure. We'll keep it moving. What do you got here for this 200th call? We'll celebrate after.
The 200th? It
Yep.
has to be the 11.
Yeah, that's your number. That's your league number. That's a great call. And that's where you get. Now, it's funny. If you're basically any number from 5 to 15 in the league, there's only a couple players that can say that in the league. You can do that if you want. Go with the flex. Well, short. We'll see how this goes. 11 cards for 2 hundo, and this is going to be interesting. Yeah, well, you're a little bit different because Nam gave you that one. Nam gave you that one. You inherited that one. Gold had that from the start. You got to make the legacy. You got to build off Nam's legacy on the 14. But actually, technically, Nam inherited that too. But we don't talk about that with Old Dagby. But anyway,
Oh, boy.
regardless, yeah, we're not talking about that monkey, man. Anyway, we'll go to the blue 4 and nom. Oh man, that's perfect timing right there. But anyway, short, long game, almost 25-minute board game. We saw basically 20 different looks from both players. We saw that Gold was that close with no +4 still hanging on. And João had to basically use every one of those +4s and then some to even make an attempt. Thoughts on this game so far? Is that there's no excuse now. They both have a feel for each other after a 25-minute game.
They both have a feel, and they both show that they are not gonna. They aren't gonna be impatient on the table. They're gonna take it down as long as it needs to go to get the victory. And you were talking about maybe a little less ammo control, but ultimately, I think João came up with all 4+4. There's nothing you can do against that if you're Gold, but he was able to persevere from the setback late with that with the triple +2 from Gold. So it's not going to come down to who has the run unless it's a stacked hand ultimately.
We'll see what happens here as played into the duo card coming up. We'll have less than 45 minutes now, actually. I'll have M and G playing for that one. As okay, Gold gonna draw. So this is interesting. That first game, it was a little bit more different as they'll both draw. That was a red draw city. Now we're into a blue draw city for now. Here's a top deck, and we talk about those top decks. Those can be enablers. Gold got the possession. And there it is, the enabler into the Dream Acosta.
There you go.
From Nick.
And a ditto.
Well, maybe
Trips 9.
Maybe the next might have been the next move for both then. We see it with this bot all the time. It's insane to think that so many numbers are similar to a poker match when it comes to, you got it. It's ridiculous. You really got I think really with this bot, it's the God Sword. Sometimes, and Ashley's, I never forget when she said, sometimes the numbers are more important than the action cards. It's starting to ring true on the spot. It really is.
It really is, yeah.
Backgrounds. There it is. Numbers. It's just similar numbers, and how do you navigate through those numbers will lead you to the finish sometimes. Great execution from João to go back on the ISO. Can Gold cap it back to the red 5, though? Does Gold have that red 5 to really play?
Gold
We'll do that.
Though.
Okay.
That works.
There's the read. Good read. Now the question becomes, how much locker room talk does João have? Does he have another one in the locker on that red? We'll find out. What's he got in the back? If we're using Ard's line, what's he got in the pantry back there?
What kind of
João
donuts
will
you
do
got
right
back
here.
there?
Yeah, man. Lemon lime for sure. If he's going to go back to yellow, that's definitely lemon. Oh! Whoa.
Just
Okay.
Added a G by accident.
Luckily, we have seen people do green wild +4. Dang it! And I think we saw it last night with Coach. He made a boo boo on that.
No doubt.
That game was a little forgettable at the end, I will say. Here comes Gold to fire back for sure at some point.
Definitely.
Hasn't had a +4 yet, so that was a little forgettable. I don't know. We'll see what we'll do. Does Gold get that first +4 or +2 combo to really make it work? We saw yesterday, there's the first +4. The game JT lost, he did have more +4. It's not guaranteed on this bot. Just because you have the +4 advantage doesn't mean you can always win.
Exactly.
Red 9 in the Allen now from Gold. Does João switch back? Potentially to play some more ISO ball. Or do we open up Pandora's with green? No green yet either. Taking time, João taking stock of the situation, making sure every move is precise and clean to the touch. Now, one thing I will note, Short, too, I think these two players know when to play the fast game, play that rapid style, and then they know when to slow it down. Short, once again, the reads are immaculate. We go to green, opening up the box. That's just how I do it.
Golly!
Again, man, when my career's over, it's I can do 50,000 things off the table, I guess. Anyway, regardless, we'll keep spinning bars a little later, and I'll be a fortune teller down the road. Maybe in the teller 32. One will know. We'll find out.
Go.
In the Jenna 0, in the João. Here comes Gold. Now, I think right here, if you're Gold, you know you're having the +4s. But one thing you've had a little bit more better, maybe just a touch better than good old João here, is that number advantage in terms of playing number efficiency and playing clean. We're going to find out right now that that number efficiency is being put to the test because you can switch this on a 0. Plenty of options with none of those zeros really being played yet. You could really, other than the blue, but red and yellow being the isolation colors, you can play a little finicky with this for sure.
Definitely so. See what gold at the 2
Plays
there.
Northeast duo step, okay. Plays it cool. Double up the birthday weekend now. Down to Arya. Gold, João, red zone territory, both at the 4 line. Let's see what happens. Who's got the 4-bagger to potentially close it out? Or we do some split? We've seen some split ammo finishes. We've seen a lot of this tournament so far through almost 2.5 days. Back to the birthday boy weekend with a self-ditto from João. Here comes goal. It's gonna be interesting to note here too, Shorts. Here comes João. All right, here comes goal. We'll see what Joao's got. He's gonna do a little pre-typing. I thought it was
Yeah.
gold. Who is it? Oh my god.
That was yesterday.
No. It's his weekend. It's his
His
weekend.
weekend, yeah. It was yesterday though.
Well, I know Cap. He's by the beach, so he's probably by the beach doing some nice extracurriculars. I'm sure.
Steamy eyes.
Don't get me started with monkey with that. Anyway, here comes João. Whoa! Is that triple for the win? He got it. If he can play it right. No, you messed up. You messed up. Double ampersand. No. You messed up. Double ampersand's not there.
Yeah, but it would
GR,
have played
G5.
it would have played the GR. There it is.
That is weird, though. You're right.
Should have played the reverse at the very least.
That is a little weird, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because if it didn't, then it could have been a call. That was weird. That's one of those weird finishes. That even
Yeah,
because
because the 5 didn't have the double, but I think it was probably
lack of spacing.
No,
Yeah.
because he put it in the same way. I don't know. Whatever.
Might have been spacing. Yeah. Regardless, sometimes the spacing you gotta be careful with. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just about to say reverse.
No,
had
because
spacing too.
the thing is he put it the same way in the next
Really?
message. I don't get it.
Sometimes it's finicky with that. I don't know. Gotta be careful with those triple quad plays. They're nice, but sometimes you.
Yeah, it was the
Really hard.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I got you.
The game's over.
I got you. Well, regardless, João, good win there. What was the return before I begin? What was the return on that 1+4 gold game? Did you get the other +4? And talk me through the color switches. You've been a little bit more aggressive on the switching where gold's been having number control on you. Talk to me through it and how you have to manage that. Go ahead, João.
So basically, the one time I drew in this match, I drew a Watt +4. So that usually helps with winning. I just had a very good hand, honestly. Like not a lot of tough calls to make.
Gotcha. Gold, obviously, not what you wanted. We'll celebrate you in a second on the 200. But do you think that game it was the case of you had that first +4, you got to use it because you won't use it, and so you can't leave it home, can't take it with you. And then talk to me about just the number. You've been controlling the numbers very well, but just not getting the ammo maybe towards your advantage on execution moves for the finish. You've been really doing good on defense, but just haven't had the offense to execute wins here for now, early.
Yeah, it wasn't all the best. Look, I did have the +4 off the start. I had some like fairly good connections. I near the end there, I had with the yellow and the red, I had 3 like different routes I could switch between them. I was just messing around with the colors to try and, I don't know if I would say shake him off, but I would say at the very least keep him on his toes.
Appreciate that, Gold. And we're going to celebrate you in a second here. I got the stats here. Now, congratulations on your 200 start. So for gold, 3 medals, as I mentioned. Got that gold, of course, that gold standard back in 2023, T3. Then followed it up with the classic, that crazy Super League game against Yepes. That was an old one, an old favorite time for some people. And then, of course, gold took care of business last year, get back against Vapor. Tough loss in the finale, but hey, you know what? Still got that silver. That's what it's all about. 3 finales, 4 Final Fours, 4 Elite Eights, 7 Sweet 16s, 18-12 career record, and 103.97 in the regular season. and then career records 140 and 134. And then, of course, all-time starts at 200, and that'll be updated as the tournament goes on. 274 all-time starts, closing in on 300. It's a lot. 52.02 on the win percentage, 24.71 the starting seed, and of course 27.38 on the finishing average, as you say. Gold, I'll keep it brief. You've been here since the dawn days of this league. You know what this league about. Your thoughts on just having that 200 career regular season starts, almost having 300 career games thanks to Super League in your career here, 3 medal. You've done everything you wanted to in terms of milestone, but there's still more at track course trying to get that Super League ring and maybe trying to get a T1 major as well. Thoughts on the league, what it's meant to you, and your 200? Go ahead. And I'll post it right here.
I'll start with the big one since this is the 200th. Well, that was the 200th start. 200 games. It's just incredible to have been around for so long, and this league has been here just like for some of the very important points of my life. Just like being able to be here and have a consistent source of I would say stress relief in the form of being able to just play Uno, whether it's in full-on tournaments or in just the practices. Just been a wonderful resource. Been great to know y'all. It's been wonderful. As for just thoughts on like the history, yeah, it's so much has changed since I first started. There's still so much changing. Like this league ain't static. This league keeps moving. This league has energy. It's a wonderful thing to see. I'd like to get that Super League when one day I'll be back.
Everyone does, and yeah, I appreciate those words. It's, I'll go to short here. We talk about this league is. I'll never forget when Ashley said, "I can't believe this league is at the time 2 years old. It's run like a 20-year operation." There's a reason why there is like that. And we'll explain on Earth Day when Pro Art and I and May Fitzy will explain what really took to build this thing. But your thoughts on Gold is one of the legendary players. We don't have many, sure. We don't have any active players with 3 or more medals. Gold is one of those people. Your thoughts now, joining, of course, Pez and Brad. Your thoughts on just Gold's impact in the league and getting to 200. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, decorated career, and it only continues. Like we talked about, those 3 medals still in that trophy case. Not many have that. 10 now, the 10th person in 200 starts after we had a JT yesterday, but pretty great company to be in for Gold, and we'll see if they can try and turn this thing around in the present day. But congrats to them on the accomplishment.
Well, you guys know the drill. Congratulations, VeriGold. Welcome aboard. Appreciate Leo with the 200 start. What's that called? Is that called a icon, right? Or what was it, a GIF? What did you tell me earlier, short? What was it called that Leah gave you? It was some type of...
the 200 icon, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that came from a PNG or something. My fault.
Well, it is a
Honestly,
PNG, but I put it on the roll icon,
okay.
So it's next to Gold's name as well as everyone in the 200 club.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, unless you're a commission member, or something like that, or world champion, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, unless you have the CEO role, that's a big number, Brad. Absolutely, buddy. 100%, man. Hope you're enjoying the big game tailgate wherever you are out there in Seattle. Anyway, had to call him out like that. Your thoughts. Your thoughts. Excuse me, João. We'll go to you, buddy. Game 3. Take it home. Oh, jeez, I choked on water. God, sick.
Jeez Louise.
Let's go with 13 card starts.
All right, we'll go with 13 card starts. My bad there. So I catch my breath. Excuse me. Cody Smart. Cody Smart here is the. There we go. There's Cody Smart.
13.
A little distracted, buddy. All good, buddy. All right, man. All right, Cody Smart. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh boy. All right, 14 card start. These 2 will draw.
Ooh, yeah. There you go.
This ain't a Costa man or guys like me. No way.
I thought that was art for a second, Leah. Nicely done.
pro art as well. He's another guy. You don't believe in that. Lamas. Yeah, yeah. Well, we kind of know the difference there. Point is, we'll roll on the 14 now. Double OG start, and yeah, I think you're now short. This is tense moments for Gold. Down to now. Gold has been in some comeback situations. Usually, you would think what makes Gold really good at comebacks. We got a best of 9. We got a best of 11. This is only best of 7, so it's a little bit different. You have a longer series. You got more time to build up to speed. This is almost relatable to a Q lap, a qualifying lap. You got 1 lap to get it done. But in this case, instead of maybe 10, 15 laps, you got about 5 to 8 laps. Yeah, wait a minute. I thought it was cap 2. What's going on here?
João A. Smith. He's talking out both sides of his mouth.
I don't even get it, man. Anymore. Who knows? Here we go.
Okay, so yeah.
Cody Smart. Okay, buddy. All right, we'll see what João does right here. He's taking his time, observing the field of horizons. Taking his time for real. And we have a little break here. Shorts to the slate, as we talked about. But we're winding down. This is it. We're in a couple days. We'll go to the birthday boy, or birthday weekend boy at this rate. The rest of the slate are winding down. You gotta think here with the fact that we are winding down. We haven't had much crazy upsets. A couple, nothing to really write home about in that department. A lot of brand names coming in the next round. It's going to be an interesting Tower 32 as we start to look ahead as we're halfway through and then some.
Yeah, definitely an interesting round. I mean, we talked about that Llamas Lane match earlier. You got Yoshi and Nick set. There's quite a few games that are going to be interesting, and whoever gets this one obviously gets cap. And then, obviously, the dream is at the other side of this region. So there's going to be a lot of interesting things to talk about in this one. But still a lot to be decided, despite being at the halfway mark.
VeriGold now, looking really clean, looking really composed in terms of just trying to play the colors really well. So we go to the G1, into the Aria special, and there's João out already. So, interesting is, that's a great move from Gold to play that double 1, that Aria combo to limit the options there. Interesting that he's out of green because he's the one that ran on the green after that initial draw on the +4. So that's something to keep in mind. Multiple ways to skin the cat, and there it is for João. Well, now Gold could be running low on that green into the Gen 0 from the goalie reverse. Here comes João, and Gold's still going to run it, but how much more green can Gold go with unless there's that time switch on the 7? There's the favors and undercut as well. Game 201 for Gold in her career, and of course, game 3 of a young career ready to blossom here as we go into the lane 7, who had the MJ flu game yesterday.
He said sick lane OP, please nerf.
There's the trip 7 to Pikachu. Yeah, Lane's a funny guy. He's a serious underneath that serious skin of his. He's definitely a funny guy for sure.
Yeah, trip 7s.
I can't stop winning.
Oh, quad. No, that's oh. We got Skittles coming.
All right, we're going for the wild berry, baby.
Go.
Wild berry tropical, you name it. There he is. Got it. There's your Skittles, first one. We taste the rainbow here at 2 o'clock. 10 minutes away from checking. Okay. Alrighty then.
Just getting some Skittles.
That commercial, goddamn, that was from back in 2011. Jesus Christ.
That might be a pantry activity there.
Yeah, pantry activity for sure. We'll go to the JT5 as we go into a draw from Gold.
Or maybe it's something eclectic.
All good there. Well, we'll see as we go into a cold quad play. Myth into Cody Smart into Yoshi and a Monkey. And again, João running the pace as he takes the lead. And again, we talked about this short. When you have the ammo, when you have enough action cards, you can get creative on the spot, and that's a perfect example. But isolation has been the name for Gold's game. This time says no isolation. We'll throw a +2, send you backpacking, and see how you adapt and cope. There's the switch into the red 4, so we're going back to the red with all the color switching. Gold's going to go for the number back, the crossover, the cross back to coach, double coach from downtown. We have to say it because he was at the basketball game last night, only fitting. Downtown coach Roger Brown. Had to go there.
Is in the
And
flesh.
there's João iced out. In the flesh, baby. Gold now looking for a potential finish. We're going to play it cool. Play that numbers. We talk about playing the numbers. All it's going to take is we got to flip the script and go with the 6. Either to an action, or that duo card we know with Ellison or M, or could go with his own, Euro step card or the Sanford. Yep, one of those. There's the and there's
Or
the
the
ISO back. Yep.
Golly, dude.
Read, man. I just had a feeling you got to play the right numbers. If you don't play the right numbers, it's ISO. It's just easy to read. Easy. Question becomes here with the red being such a limited everything. Who has a +2 or who's got reverse skip meta? Because all it's going to take is one wrong card played by João, and we could be going to a 2-color box here. Back to yellow-red in a second. Let's see. He's probably observing what's out there, but it's harder, but there's only 3 numbers played, so this is a guessing game at this rate. Is this the me health for ISO back, or is Gold's raw? Let's see. Could undercut this too short. We talked about the undercut strat being possible. There is a chance you can undercut this and really throw a wrench in the plans and say go to a J Money or something. We'll see. But still going to be drawing from Gold. It just reads, man. But that's what you think about during the game. You think about those progressions, man. That's why I'm looking through the game thinking progression. Or that, go to the Shaman Gate. They just, again, you see it. You see the switches. Now they run, they attack, they go back, they slack, they pull a little back like fishing. Pull a little slack back, try to reel in that big trout at the end of the day. Here comes João, going to do a little of that pre-type for mental games. See if he can do a little split ammo as well. Gold, really nothing going right here. Just playing it cool. Playing it composed. Really typing up a storm right here. This could be a big run here short. This could maybe. Yep, I'm going to think right now. Oh, that's game.
Nicely done.
Oh, that's game. That's a quad play, and that's a really, really good use of timing.
Yeah, that's a quint, actually.
The way you think about it, it's a quint, but think about it. If you don't get that +2 in, you never know. That if you don't get that second command, and Gold could have thought about the power play on defense. That was really well timed. João, nothing to say on that run, man. Great run to the finish. You pretty much just controlled that. Let me see. Was there any drawing you did? A little bit of that draw city, maybe, on the initial green. Other than that, what did you really get in those draws? Because that seems to be a monster hand. I don't got much to say. That seemed like a good hand.
I basically just drew all of the +2s.
Oh, jeez.
At the same time. Basically at the same time.
Now, well, if that's the case, and I got no Gold, there's nothing you can do on that. If that's what you're telling me, then there's no question. That's just unfortunate. And sometimes we talk about that. Go ahead, Gold. If you have anything to say, you can.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just had the 1 +2, and then I had to skip on blue for a bit. I don't remember if I actually used. Yeah, I did not use it. I drew a wild there, but it was much too late.
Yeah, I hear you. And again, short, we talk about it all the time. When you get lucky and it's your day, it's your day. Just ask what's his face yesterday, Gio, right? It was his day, and I guess you could say Lane as well, but I think a little bit different with Lane coming in. You never know with the flu and all that, but even him, he had a pretty monster game with the ammo. So sometimes it's your day, it's your day.
It's long and drawn out. It's not like all dealt to you right away. It's more like kind of finding it in the deck, and the draw cities are just kind of flipping one way.
We'll see how this one goes. It's going to be Mr. Smith's call again. No 11, 13, 14, buddy. What are we thinking?
In D2, I had the
9.
fame of always doing the same card start every single time. Give me 9.
Called it. All right, let's get it in.
Your faithful.
Yeah, that's a Cody Smart. You there, buddy?
9, yes.
Yeah, you good? You doing good, buddy? A little distracted? All good, buddy. No worries. Anyway, we'll keep it rolling. Oh boy. All right, man. You can't, remember the last time we had the lunch incident, Cody Smart? Let's not get reminded of that, buddy, with security over there. You enjoy that eclectic lunch, buddy. All right, Mr. Smith's turn. Let's go to that taco 6, taco salad 6, as I call it. All right, we'll see how it goes. Short now, this 3-0 situation. We have not seen one reverse sweep game 7 yet. We've only had 2 of them. Or 3 of them, right? 2 or 3, not many. It's been a very dry run for that, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, very dry. Here we go with some yellow.
Playing in the Camaro, into Mihel, looking to be more of a game of numbers here with this 9-car start, taking it to more of that mid-tier range. It'll be a little faster pace. The power plays are still around, so we'll see what the equation will be as we continue to run into Camaro. As this is insane. I mean, it's self-dittoing each other. It's ridiculous. That's just this bot, man. It's just, you gotta know how to play the poker game. If you don't know how to play a little poker with that, it can be a little wild as we go to the Switch. But look at that. It's full house of 2s and 8s, 4 of a kinds if you look at it. If you talk about a bullet, but it's ridiculous. Could be a 9 switch coming at any point if you really wanted to look at it that way from a wide scope because of the double numbers. Here comes João. Let's see what he's got. He's going to go for a heat check into that KT Wild from Goldie. That's a heat check short, 100%. Gold knows it too. Shark out of the water there on that card. It could be shark and blood in the water for João for the sweep. We'll see. Would be a massive statement if that were the case. But not so fast, says Gold. There's the +4 and stalls the game back. You had to think it was coming short. Too risky not to.
Yeah. But it's got to feel refreshing for Gold to finally have a +4 work to their advantage.
Just something. Just got to get a little spark. Got to get a little ember. And sometimes that spark will make the flames rise faster as we go into Eli's 7. Now the question becomes, too, if you're João, do you want to switch it? Do you want to go to a back to blue? Because, yes, you would think naturally, let's go back to blue, play ISO, but Gold could have just used that desperation play and at the same time may have a blue up the sleeve. We'll see. He's got a lot of options here and a lot of choices to make. See what João will do here shortly. Taking his time. Yeah, he's taking his time here, sure, taking that time out, thinking about, well, it could be, unless the internet's stable, but point is, he's taking his time, sorting through this. Could be a bit of both, yeah, trying to figure out how to skin the cat, as they say. As he'll just continue to draw, here comes Gold, looking for that first opportunity, potentially, to get one of those infamous Gold runs to win the game. Gold looking for dose, let's see. Trying to get on the board here. Went with the 9-card start and nothing, so that's going to be it. That's going to be a draw city for now. We'll top decks. Still drawn. Yeah, I think this is going to be a game of sort of, especially with 9 cards being that mid-tier, you have to, at some point, and the inevitable is happening, draw city was the plan, for sure.
Yeah, it seems to be the common theme of this one.
It's going to be one of those situations where sometimes you just got to look into that for sure. Still drawing back here. You got things short too. Another thing I just noticed with the fact that we are on this 9-card start, sometimes we have played more wild and +4s, the aggression compared to a 15-card start. It just shows you the sense of urgency when you're down any score, 3-0, 2-0, whatever. Can change the game and can flip in a heartbeat. Gold still with plenty of time with the possession. João is just stuck in there. Still stuck in the draw city while we have a little pause in action. Reminder, we'll have G&M coming up here shortly, and then a flurry of non-streams tonight. Looking forward to it. We'll see what will be here from goal. You wonder here too, Short, thinking about this as well. I've thought about this. Gold hasn't had that patented run that we know Gold loves. Just loves to get that 7, 8, 10 cards that we know from downtown. How many times has Gold done that against Peter Onjak or Otago? Hasn't been able to get that rhythm. We're talking about those run-type players. Talk to me how you stop it, because Drew's done a good job on, now sure he's had a lot of the ammo, but he's done a good job on just stopping some of these runs and playing this efficiency to the core.
All right, 1 second.
All right, you take your time. I'll keep calling the game. Still draw city. We've had multiple. Still into it. And again, the more draw city, the more they both can build their hand. The more you wonder what will be played. Still nothing. Gold, still nothing. Gonna be here from 24K
7
match.
plans deep up in this one.
Well, we talk about you can run the alphabet A to Z. Well, right now it's pretty simple. It's plan B. Draw city till something happens. Then you start running it.
Yeah, with how many cards
Getting
there
close
are, there
to-
are a lot of plans that are possible.
Okay, there's a topper. There's your first topper in a minute. And that's gold. Back to 10. Now let's see what João he'll cut. And now let's see if this starts the war. Nope. Not going to make the break. Going to make the break. Let's see what it'll be from João. He's taking his time here. So he's getting close to the magical 20-card comeback range. It's something to keep. We've only had one of those, and that was, ironically, that was last night's crack show, Ed versus Rogers, where Ed had the triple play and he lost the game. He had the 25-minute plus game. He had the 1 hour plus series. He had the 20-card comeback and lost. A rare triple play loss. I said, oh, whoa! That's a wrong play right there, João. Yeah, that's a gotta be a red. Gotta be a red, Skip. There it is. Triple play, gets out of it. Now we got some moments here. No comeback. Gold. João, it's on now. Now we start cycling short to plan C and D. 100%. Here's the yellow
Ultimately,
3.
he didn't give up anything there.
No.
He didn't expose a hand because it was just the greens that it wanted to.
Yellow 3. Into the yellow 1. There's Brock the Rock. We'll see him tonight. Here comes João. Let's see if he's been good with these switches, though. Keep that in mind. I think he's got some plan with a switch to possibly get to a progression. Looking at the CH as we go into, there's partially João's call with the Euro step combo. No blue, so Pandora's is still wide open for the taking. Oh my goodness, triple +2 sandwich. Holy moly. That's a card comeback. Who's the ref? Cody Smart. Note that card comeback while you're eating that turkey sandwich over there, buddy. There you go, buddy. Appreciate that. 21 cards. Can go pull it off. There's the G1 into Aria.
Ow.
ISO, Hundo. That's just some ISO right there. We'll see if João comes to the party with another 1 in the bracket. Or potentially a wow to stop that train. Let's see. He's thinking this one through because that ISO play puts gold back territory. And there's the 1 back pocket short Reddit. There it is, buddy. Into Peter, the gangster. Easy reads right there. Now we'll see if gold can somehow reverse skip meta back to green to play off that potential ISO knowledge. Goal loading up. This could be one of those plays where you just got to stop the tracks, got to stop in the tracks. but will not stop in the tracks. Interesting. So gonna play that more. Run it with it. We'll see how this is gonna go here, man. I really like what we're seeing from both players. There's the ISO play. That's interesting. Not going to the green ISO, going to the Luke red ISO. Let's see what Gold's got in the back end. 18-8. So Gold is back on the train, at least in the less than 20 card range. So plenty of options here as we go into that Luke Wild. Let's see what Gold can look at. Let's look at the card history. Plenty of options in +2s and skips and numbers. So gotta time this one to perfection. Is the Allen 9. João's gonna try to switch at any cost though. That's just how he rolls. Just how he rolls, and he can't do it there. So that's big. And the red too. And there's the switch. We were just saying what the switch could be. And just like that, it's the Bad Brad Blue Deuce into the J Money 8. So now João, with the advantage on switching, looking to find a little bit more on potential ammo with the reverse skip meta with the +2s. And maybe that last +2 as well. Let's see what it's going to be from João now. You got to think you're short. You still good or are you busy? You busy? Yeah, I'll tell you. I was going to say something, but we'll go to the
Here.
red 7 into Eli now. I was going to say, you followed the game a little bit, or you're a little distracted?
I was listening.
So just thoughts on just these 2-color ISO war in the red and blue, because Gold has said, all right, let's go to that 2-color ISO war. Let's play it clean. Again, João just can't get anything cooked on the red, and Gold is using that to the advantage. Let's see the move here.
Trying to use those number switches to try and force the draw city, but not able to make much of that.
Yeah, you see, it's the spot, man. This spot definitely is it favors you to play double number. It favors you to understand poker, card history. If you play the wrong number, it just enables the switch. But Gold says not so fast this time, and just like that, from nowhere to somewhere, Gold within 2 possessions.
Wow.
Stops the run. Not a long game. We saw game 1 be the longest game of the series. This is rivaling that halfway home. Literally halfway home. That's crazy.
8 minutes from
game
the series making the board if we cross the 20-minute mark on this one. Or if
only had one so far.
Or if Gold extends it, it'll probably be a board series.
Yep. Now João's going to draw. Now Gold absolutely has a chance with 2-color isolation. Could be on par for something big. That's the key now, Short. You got to play at numbers, but 2-color isolation in your back pocket. If you have a while, you can go back to that. That's something to keep in mind. There it is. Got to play the right numbers, and Gold chose wrong. But the only difference is it's now a Gold possession lead from 21 to the lead up a pair potentially. There's the North double step, the duo step combo. Here comes Gold with the birthday boy special, the weekend special, in the cap. What will João have right here on the back end? Green is still a neutral color. You just got to avoid the yellow and the red if you're a João. He seems to be stuck. For Gold, I think all options are open because of the fact you're down 21. You got plenty of options right here. Goes into blue. We haven't seen much blue. Now it's on. Now it's on, Short, because we don't know on this color. Back to red. There's the ISO in it to appear from Nam.
We love the 4s.
What's it going to be from João, man? Into the red 1. I mean, I just wonder if you're... Yeah, I'm just wondering if you're Gold right here. 2 things. I'm wondering if you're thinking about a potential yellow ice where you're finally going to get that magical 8-bagger, 7-6, whatever, bagger to finish the job, because it's the one thing that Gold has not done all day is finally get action cards to have that magical chain. Probably think about that. Power play too. Oh!
What?
That was perfectly timed.
What the hell?
The damn read, baby.
The
On
hell?
the money. Give me the gold chain on that one, as Pro Art would say. King me, triple play, Abion, double Yoshi to get on the board and complete. Ref, make sure you put the 21 card comeback on the sheet. There it is on the log. Gold look for the finish. There's the patented move. No call out needed. Gold avoids the sweep. We got ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen. Put the line there. Game 4. Make sure you put 21 gold. I had a feeling you had to call power play. You don't want to go home a loser like that with a sweep. You did not have much early. That +4 ultimately changed the game. Talk me through the mindset of using the power play and just getting one on the board and now fighting with your patented move. That's a psychology win because we know those moves are lethal when you can get it back from 6 to 10 cards deep.
Yeah. With the power play, didn't want to get caught. Also, I had recognized I have been here before. There was multiple times in game 1 I had the opportunity to power play myself to a win, did not, and then had it stolen away from me. Figured there's a very real chance that that could happen again. There's still a lot of ammo on the table. Not worth taking that chance, especially on one card. As for all those +2s, the comeback was it was mostly cards. It was just the one wild +4 and the couple reverses. I was just like, yeah, it was just good number control, really.
I'll go, João. Appreciate that, Gold. Well, you heard it first, João. Number control was the number one thing. Red say you're close, but number control was one of the things that Gold mentioned. You did a good job switching. You did a good job with all those +2s, but ultimately, for the first time, is that let's run it to 21, that pump and dump a little bit, that strategic pump and dump just backfired because of the fact that Gold built up around the return wasn't as good as maybe the past. How do you adjust now because you saw what Gold can do on those massive chains to win?
I think I played well there. The +2s were, I think they were at the right time. Like even in hindsight, I just couldn't get out of red for the whole time. Did not roll that well after that. So just hoping that game 5, 6, or 7. Hopefully only game 5 goes better for me here.
Well, Stuart, it's a series now, buddy. It's a series now. We're likely at this rate, barring something crazy, are going to get that 1 hour mark, but we'll find out if that's true coming up shortly. Gold, got the job done to 9. What are we thinking here for game 5? No power play left.
Let's go with 6.
Oh, this is the Sanfa Gold special.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Gold likes to do.
KT, all I gotta say about that last game is this.
Make it a 7. Absolutely. Thank you for that, my friend. I do turn everything into somehow, I guess.
That and Gold 1,
That power
that's just
play.
poetic, man. That's just poetic.
That power play read was ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Again, post career, a lot of offers are coming my way for sure. I already don't have it enough, you know. Anyway, all joking aside, ain't about me. That was just a dang good read. What's how Gold tries to get back in the game? Gambling on the, well, let's call it 7 card start now because they drew on the +4. João with the advantage on power play, though. That's something to keep in mind. He can. Ooh, he's gonna go with a heater. He's gonna go with the heater. How does Gold respond? That'll be a double. I think Joao's thinking about it, short. I think he's thinking about that power play bang within a turn or two. I think he's thinking.
Brother.
Game's over, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
it.
Heat check, too easy. They don't call me Midas Touch for nothing. Here comes the rookie looking to pull the upset. The 6 card. Oh my goodness! Nasty finish. Nasty finish. Gold, you lost the gambling war. Short, forget the 1 hour. And that's what João just said. Who needs 1 hour?
Aw, dang it.
Only thing we'll have is game 4. Gold got the comeback. That was it. João, you beat your idol in a sense. Well, one of, I guess, many in this league now. Joking aside. Thoughts on that game? Just a serious, forget that game. That was just a classic take the money and run. What did the Costas say yesterday? What, daylight robbery? It's a little different, but you robbed the bank on the ammo for sure. Go ahead, your thoughts on this one.
Oh, for sure. I had a lot of luck here, but I think it was due for that luck. I had a lot of patience in the first four games, especially in that fourth one. I could have maybe been a bit more aggressive, even if I was a lot aggressive there. Here, I just got a god hand. Like to be honest, I even thought about not doing the culture, but I mean that is just not me.
Your
It was
thoughts,
just a
yeah.
very good hand.
Your thoughts on real quick. Your thoughts on just the ebb and the flow of the series. You played short games. You had the mid tier games in terms. Then you had the endurance battles. Does that prepare you well for a different style? Because you're not going to get that with Cap. Cap is, let's face it, Cap's a cold stone killer. He reminds me a lot of Brad too. Just cold stone, right? All business, suit and tie. He's got the shades on, looking right back at you and say, "Come at me." Thoughts on the second Euro battle he'll take on? He'll have, instead of England versus Latvia, it's going to be Portugal versus Latvia in the Euro showdown. Thoughts on that next round?
I mean, I know Captain a lot. He's currently my general manager in Europe, and I'm just
Short, did I lose him?
Yeah.
sorry.
There you go.
My
We lost
grandparent,
you. You're good. Keep going.
he decided to come in and give me some bread, which is very nice. Thank you, Grandpa.
Shout out, Grandpa.
Right. Shout out, Grandpa. Yeah.
As I was saying, like I know Captain a lot. He's a very good player, and I'm very excited to get some revenge for my fellow rookie Luke. It's gonna be a fun one for sure.
Gold, obviously not the day you wanted. Had a good, very good game 4, but other than that, really fighting from behind. You got the 200 star club. You've been in this. You've seen this movie before. Let's not forget last year. Obviously, a lot different. A lot different next tournament. The fact that we have 3-game guarantee. You start 0-2. It's gonna be different. But you started 0-1 on pure pace in a sense. How do you make the comeback? We know T3 is one of your homes. T4 as well. You have a later season as you build up to that crescendo moment later in the year. And thoughts on playing João the rookie?
Not playing João played well. Did get a bit of love from the bot there. It did even up a bit from that 1-7 plus 4s earlier, but it's still definitely favored by the bot. Did make sure to make that like very well hard fought, especially with game 1 and game 4. I'm just happy I could still like make it a well fought match and not a sweep. And that's really all I need out of that. And just get back on the flow after the Christmas break and just kind of being out of it for a while.
We're going to talk more on the post game show coming up. I will need a couple minutes, so maybe just to get my breath back. But we will talk about more on the post game show. Short, any final thoughts before we get to that post game show coming up?
Shout out. João obviously did what he had to do with what he got.
A lot of switching.
A lot of switching. Plenty of switching, and those +4 stat stood up. As well as the +2 is a big lead as well. But congrats to him. He'll move on. We will talk about it more on D1 Live. Looking forward to it.
Very good. And again, only 2 games to talk about on D1 Live. We're starting up the next game. Maybe have started up. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, it's about to get started here in a second.
All right, very good. M and Brock and G, I think we're the crew on that one, so we'll get that one going. Appreciate you, William Brock. And again, thank you to the fans here. It's been a long day. Now, normally I wouldn't say a long day, but the fact that we were up at 7:30, appreciate everyone for tuning in. One more show here coming up to recap the stream action, and then maybe as we enter that post-game live, we will talk about M&G if we get a result. Until then, though, we'll see you on post-game live. It's been a pleasure. Join us in a couple minutes after I take a quick break, and we'll go from there. Have a good one. Thanks to Short. Thanks to Cody Smart. Thanks to our 2 players. Congratulations to Gold on 200 starts, but the ultimate congrats to João as he'll move on to play Cat in a classic Europe on Euro showdown. Part 2. Enjoy, guys. This has been a presentation of MRE Uno Division 1.